Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be talking about cruiser skills needed for clan battles. So I thought I'd start out just looking at a few of the different level ships that are run during clan battles. In this phase and in the past several cycles we've been running, it's pretty much always been tier 10 ships. Um, if there's a change to that, definitely post it in the links underneath in the comments. Um, so let's take a look at the tech tree, and we'll look at some of those that are actually being used today that I've seen recently. So the Des Moines is preferably one of the biggest ones. We see the Gearing a lot. We see the Montana a lot. Um, there's a lot of different clans that run different variations. The Moskva, um, you name it, those have been out there. If you're looking for a cruiser, though, the Moskva, uh, the Des Moines, the Salem. The Salem's a really good ship. It pretty much runs side by side with the Des Moines, pretty much same everything, except for the fact that it has a really good heal rate. It does much better in the healing. So if you're looking at picking up something through coal and steel that you can run through clan battles, definitely consider the Salem. If you're grinding it out, then the Des Moines is always a good place to start. So let's start out this evening with jumping into a co-op battle, and we'll just kind of chit-chat a little bit more about some of the skills and things you need to do to prepare yourself for the actual clan battles. There's certain techniques that you'll use in clan battles that'll definitely keep you in place and running good that you don't normally do in random battles. So let's go ahead and start one up. One of the first things that you'll find out in clan battles is if you present broadside to your opponent, they're going to switch ammo, drop AP on you, they're going to hit your citadel, and you're going to be out of the game quick. So one of the biggest things that you have as a captain, as a pilot, for driving your own ship is definitely protecting that broadside and not putting it out there so that there are easy shots on it. Now there are times when you're going to have opportunities to present your broadside to as few of the enemy as possible, but in those situations you do the best you can. You look for multiple targets that are shooting at you, and you pick a happy medium in between that minimizes the amount of broadside that you're presenting to them. So in this match, looks like we're probably going to regroup. One of the biggest things that clan battles does, and the good clan teams do, is they always stay together. So they may pull out of their starting positions as a single unit, or they may send one or a pair of ships to grab a secondary cap, but their primary force is always going to stay together. A lot of the clan members will run in packs of 2 or 3. This allows for focused fire. It allows them to concentrate and pick targets. One of the strongest skills you can develop is to pick somebody on your team, get in a position with them so that whatever target they're shooting at, you can shoot at. And if you're traveling in a group of 3, is, always keep the group of 3 so that when a target's called, you can always see that same target and everybody can shoot on him. That's the fastest way to burn somebody out, is to focus fire with 2 or 3 ships. So we're going to be moving up here. Now, I am turned sideways and I'm running kind of perpendicular to the caps, but I'm a significant distance off, so I'm pretty sure that none of the enemy is going to be able to get close enough to start shooting at my broadside at this point. So when you're moving to a cap during clan battles and you're looking to get yourself in the right position so you can turn your nose into the enemy and present the smallest target, sweeping wide and running a good distance off of the caps first is one of those things. See right there, we got the Yamamoto. He's out there at 21.1. We've got a Des Moines out at 18.8. So, you know, I'm still in a good position. I'm not expecting any incoming fire to start with. Now that we've got some opponents and I can see where they're at, I'm going to go ahead and turn into them. Present the smallest target. Now, I didn't purposely drive behind this island. It just happened to be that way. Now, I've got a gearing down here that I can see, so I'm going to lob some shots out there. Try to soften him up. I'm not expecting a kill, you know, but anything that we can do to help out the team by softening up our enemies is always a good thing. So, throw a couple more out there. Those were AP rounds, so if I do hit him, they're probably just going to poke through. But there's a Des Moines right here, so we're going to throw these over. He's giving us a little bit of a broadside, so we're going to shoot into his broadside. Now I just got hit on my right side, so I need to take a peek and see who's out here and who's shooting at me. So we've got a target out at 16.8. We've got a Yamamoto at 14.3, and I'm going to start backing up because I don't want to get any closer to him, but I sure don't want to present him with my broadside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up, switch to HE, and see if I can start and put some fire on him. I'm going to throw a shot over here at this Salem. See if I can set him on fire. Ooh, look at that. That's one of the bad things about the broadside. So we're going to get a little fire going on this guy. And I'm going to throw some health on myself here. Really good recovery. So you guys will like the Salem if you can pick him up. We've got and that Yamamoto is still firing at me. Even though he's got a battleship right in front of him, he's going to shoot at me because I'm the weaker of the two. Alrighty, so we've got two enemy on this side, so we're going to swing over and see if we can help them out. Now I'm turning my bow, getting my nose pointed out so I can present the smallest target possible. I'm going to go ahead and accelerate into this a little bit so I can... Well, that was a quick battle. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that one. We didn't do a lot of damage, but we didn't get ourselves all shot up. That was one of the key things. We put a little bit of damage out on several ships, and we ended up helping our team. So, let's jump into another one. There's all kinds of tactics. One of the tactics that clans learn to do is controlling the caps. So, by controlling the caps, you can win with less ships. You know, if you control more caps for the longest period of time, you're going to win even if you're down to your last ship and you can get your 1,000 points. So one of the big keys in clan battles is, you know, limiting the amount of damage you take, still softening up your target so that the rest of your team members can, you know, get in there with the kills, focused fire, you know, presenting small targets, not giving away your broadside, and, you know, working as a team. So we're going to head over to B, see if we can help out the team over there. We're not going to be jumping onto the lemon train, so, but there's just me and one BB over here, so we're kind of all by ourselves. So for our best bet, we need to get closer to our team members. That way, if we spot a target or they spot a target, we can shoot at theirs and they can shoot at ours. So I'm going to go ahead and make this turn quickly. Try to shorten up the distance between them and me. That way we can get over here and protect our side. So a lot of people will charge into that A cap or will cut an angle at the B cap so that they can get closer to it while they're running perpendicular to the map. And the only thing that does is it opens up your broadsides. When you're in regular random battles, this is one of those skills I would practice constantly. You know, if you're going to move to the center of the map or to the other side of the map, you know, go ahead and do it back here, right off the starting point. That way you don't have to present a bunch of broadside shots to multiple targets. Alright, moving into the center. Looks like we're picking up a Des Moines and an Iowa down there. One of the biggest things you'll find in this game is situational awareness. I'm constantly zooming out so I can put out the best shots I can, but I'll zoom back in. That way I can see the mini map, I can look around me, see where my team members are in comparison to where I'm at, where my next multiple targets will be. You know, there's a lot of little things that people kind of forget about. You know, getting the kill is great, but in clan battles, the biggest skill is to help soften up targets and doing multiple fire, focused fire. You know, the more shots you can get onto a target will help your team members, and getting multiple team members to shoot at the same target and doing that focused fire is one of the hardest skills. Everybody sees a target, they want the kill. You know, come hell or high water, you're going to get shots on your target and get your kill. So we're going to slow down a little bit because we don't need to race in there. We're a cruiser, you know. So we're going to throw some shots out here, see if we can get the Des Moines on fire, and then switch over to AP, since he's giving us some sign of his broadside. He's not wanting to set on. Oh, look at that. There's an Iowa, so we're going to try to set him on fire. Now we've got a couple of ships on my right, but I've got this island on my side, so I'm protecting myself. He's throwing up the healing right now. Switch over to AP now that he's on fire. Could be a kill shot. Alrighty, so we've got looks like we got a cruiser racing up the side by us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out and see if I can get my bow facing him. I've got AP loaded, so as soon as we clear this island, I'm going to shoot for a crit and see if I can hit him in the critical. See if we can knock out a couple of his guns. There goes one. Alrighty. Oh, look at the Tirpitz. He's sneaking up over here on the side. He's wanting shots at my side. Switch over to HE and see if we can get him on fire. Get this bad boy turning. His guns aren't pointed at me at the moment. I think he wants to ram me. So I'm going to swing around here. I'm going forward. I'm going to pull in behind him on his opposite side because his guns have to track. See him turning there? Oh, look at that. He just shot torps at me. I forgot he had torps. One of the big keys that you'll notice in this game is not to panic. You know, every situation's got opportunities. You know. Now, of course, I do realize these are bots and they're going to react slightly different than real people do. Probably a real person would have just rammed me and got it over with. So let's take the things we've talked about and let's take them over into random battles and see how they equate with real people. Righty, so we're going to switch over here, jump on random battles, take a peek at that. Oh, that was ranked. We're going to go to random battles. Check my flags real quick. Make sure I've got camo on, which I do. So we're going to jump into a random battle here. Take a peek, see, and see what we can do with our skills. So things we've talked about, protecting your broadside, keeping your bow to the enemy, presenting the smallest target, staying in groups of 2 or 3 when you're in a 7-man team, groups of 2 or 3, calling out targets, focused fire, you know, not panicking. You know, remember the big ships have big guns on them, but they're slow to turn. I wouldn't recommend ramming a big ship unless you can take him out and it's going to give your team a significant advantage. But, you know, if you were running down the side of a ship and you're setting him up for a broadside and you can get behind him and then swing back around, you know, you may be able to get off 3 or 4 more shots before he can get his guns back around on you. So there's always opportunities. The key is don't panic and don't get upset. Clan battles oftentimes shapes up with 1 BB, a handful of cruisers, and 1 or 2 DDs. So that's pretty much the makeup. Now, some clans will run some odd mixtures. We've seen, you know, a BB, a cruiser, and 4 DDs. When you've got that kind of an environment, one of the biggest tactics I tell the team members is don't stack up on each other. Don't get side by side. Those DDs have a limited spread on torpedoes, and if they can fire a small batch of torpedoes at you and hit 2 or 3 of you, you know, it's all to their benefit. So whenever you're running against a clan that's got a large number of DDs, the biggest thing is to spread your team out. Have everybody put in 3, 4, 5 kilometers in between each other. Still maintain the wingman technique, you know, buddy up, triple up. That way you can alternate using your radar to light up BBs that are just out of range, and then once they're lit up, you can focus fire. If you're one of those guys working towards the Hindi, we do see those in clan battles a lot. So just because I didn't mention it earlier doesn't mean you don't see them. So we're going to run over here. We're going to jump on and try to wingman up with this Baltimore. And as you can see, I'm running perpendicular to the caps. That's because I'm changing position on the board. I'm not fearing for my life and giving away broadsides. I'm a significant distance off, and I just happen to have a gearing that I could throw some rounds down and potentially soften up. I'll switch over to HE just in case he shows up again. Alright, there he is. Looks like he's moving kind of slow. I'm turning into the battle now because I know there's 3 or 4 big ships up there, and we're going to start to shorten the distance down. So we're going to drop down to 1/4 speed until we get us a nice primo target. The cruiser to my left, so let's drop some fire down on him and see if we can get him on fire. I'm going to pick a spot halfway in between the BB that's on my right and the cruiser that's on my left. I'm going to slow down so I don't get too close to this island. That way I can shoot on either side of it. That BB driver might be AFK, so we're going to move up a little bit. See if we can rain down some fire, see if we can get him started. Oh, he's moving now. We got us a fire started on him. Alright, let's check our left side. See how our team members are doing over here. Now you're a cruiser, you know, brawling it out with the big guys rushing in oftentimes doesn't do much more than get yourself killed. So as you can see, I'm not moving a whole lot, but I've got a pretty good field of fire. I'm out at some significant range, so I'm probably not on the scopes of these guys here. But I can set fires. I'm helping the team by doing damage. I think that one's going to get over. But there's a DD getting ready to sneak out a little bit. It's Cleveland over here. Trying to maintain situational awareness, you know. Got to keep an eye on where people are at, what they're doing. Now it looks like the other team is starting to swing to the westward side of the map, so I'm going to point my bow towards this guy and try not to give him an easy broadside shot, since it looks like my right side is going to be clear. Yamamoto's just sneaking up here, so I'm going to back up, try to increase some distance between us. That's going to give more time for his rounds to spread and less likely give him a clean focus fired shot on me. Okay, he's on fire. Let's try setting this one on fire. Let him burn for 2. He's still burning over there. Still doing damage. Alright, we got him set on fire. Maybe he'll put it out. We'll reset him up again. There you go. He's out, so we're going to set this one on fire. Oh, look at that. Alright, let's go find us a new target. Most of our team is capped A and they're moving towards B, so we're going to move a little closer to B. Put this island on my right to help protect my right side. We're getting some compliments on setting fires right there. Captain C and U. Alrighty, so let's see if we can peek around this corner. I'm going to point my bow in. I got a moment, so I'm going to go ahead and heal up a little bit. He may present us a broadside, so I'm going to switch to AP and see if I can do a little bit more damage to him when he comes out around that island. Look at that right there. Let's switch ammo here back to something to set fires with. I'm going to back up a little bit. See if we can increase the range and get my broadside hidden. Oh, this was a bad place to park myself. Broke the cardinal rule. Gave him a broadside away. So we're backing up. There's a critical. Do a little heal here. One of those. And we're going to retrain our guns, but minimize our broadside on this guy. It's time to put out the fire. Alrighty, so where was that battleship? So switch back over to HE for the big dog who's sneaking around the island. Got about 15 seconds or so for heal. Pull up here. Time to slow down. He should be coming into view. I'm using the island and pieing the corner to try to just get a little bit of sight on him. Alright, 2 left. So we're going to swing up here, get around this island, and get our bow turned into our enemies. Constantly reinforcing small targets. So I'm going to pie this corner. And when I say pie the corner, I mean I'm going to sneak up on the edge, get my bow guns around the corner, and see if I can hit the first target without giving the second one shots at me. Oop, looks like we're just down to him, so that was game. So that's how it translates. A lot of this, what I showed you in the co-op, really does translate into random battles. Now, they're not always wins like this. You're really dependent on the rest of your team. But if you do good management and you provide, you know, a little bit of damage to multiple ships, it does nothing but benefit your whole team. And I managed to spread out 94,000 points of damage. So, to me, that looks like a win. Win-win. So, let's see how we did in the team list. We're in the top 5, so I'm a cruiser. So, let's go ahead and hop into the next battle and see how that goes. put my exit screen a little early so you guys can see what it is. Alrighty, we're back in battle, so let's go find us some enemy. We need to form up back at the center, so I'm going to go ahead and put on some speed, make a hard left-hand turn here, and try to cover some of this distance before the bad guys show up. And swing in behind this Iowa, so I'm running perpendicular to the main cap, the epicenter. And because I'm doing this, I'm actually going to point my reticle out towards the center. That way I can get all my guns focused in the same general direction. And then when I actually do swing around, they all will be pointing in the right place. Looks like our team is lemon training around the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing around and try to rejoin the two BBs that are behind me. I don't want to miss out on the battle, so I'm going to do it now. Swing hard right, get going, and then take this opportunity to get my guns reoriented to the right place. So there's a Republic, and these are tough ships here, so we see Republics and clan battles a lot. So I'm going to drop some HE on him, point my bow at him, and slow down, keep the range out there. Got a fire going on the Republic, so I'm trying not to jerk the screen around too much, but it's very important to always maintain situational awareness of what you're at, what you're doing, where you're at, who's around you, who's on your team, and look, RBB is giving a broadside to that Republic. Looks like we got another fire going. There's a Massachusetts, so we're gonna see if we can get him burning. Cut across, turned to run, bumped into me and bumped into the Yamagi, and still managed to capture a torpedo in the sun. And one thing to remember about fires, most of your ships have 4 spots on them that you can set fires on. There are a couple of mods. Ooh, bad idea. See that broadside I gave him? That was my mistake. I saw him and made no effort to defend myself. you see the heal rate on that? The Salem has got really good heal rate. Now, I got 3 targets in front of me, so I can't protect my broadside from all 3 of them, so what I'm going to do is minimize the amount of broadside I'm presenting to either of them. So looks like I'm getting a lot of focus fire now. Somebody's spamming me. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Did you see the 2 BBs that were with me? Did you see the mistakes they made after what we've been practicing? Some of these are common sense things. You know, they're not necessarily limited to cruisers only, but, you know, giving a broadside to a BB is just a really bad idea, even if you're in a BB. So if those 2 BBs had stayed in position and we could have focused fired the Massachusetts or any one of those 3 ships, we could have eliminated them, but they each turned and went in opposite directions, spread out, took multiple incoming fire, and broke basically 3 or 4 of the cardinal rules that we kind of set up in our initial discussions about how to run a cruiser in clan battles. So I think I'm going to cut the stream short. I hope you guys have learned something really interesting about this game. I hope you guys all do join clans eventually. And, you know, we look forward to seeing you out there and doing clan battles. So H2O is the clan I belong to. So if you guys are interested in joining up when you get your tier 10s, don't hesitate to look up Ghost Bear and let him know you watched the video. If you're catching my live stream, I hope you get one of the Twitch crates. It's available in WOWS. So thank you, and you guys have a great day.